Hey there, everybody on YouTube. Samuel Ludke here, and today I have a serious video for everybody out there on the interwebs. It's a video I've been meaning to make for a long time and just haven't done it, either because I just didn't know how to phrase it, didn't know how to put it into words, but I think now's a good time to put this out there for all of you. So effectively, I've been a writer now since I was 11 years old. And it's been an interesting amount of time, to put it blunt. Shoot, how do I put this into words? Why won't they read me? So I guess now's the time to finally let my feelings out. Being a writer is not easy, and you're going to constantly find yourself in situations where you're going to feel like you're at the end of the rope, I guess, and you're going to feel like nobody's paying attention to your content that you produce. Nobody wants to read what you put out. That's not true. There are lots of people that are affected. But at the same time, it's an uphill battle, for sure. And you got to learn to just roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches, you know? And if you can't do that, if you're in it because you want to make a fortune, you need to get back on your medication, because you are not going to be able to do that. This is tough love, okay? This is a tough love video that a lot of writers need to hear, quite frankly. You're not always going to be successful, okay? You're not always going to be that top writer like Stephen King, where he sells millions of copies, he puts his signature on the page, and he's done. That doesn't always happen, because realistically, you have to be at a certain level. And if you're not going to get published, which means you have to practice, and you have to get better. You have to get better. God, do you see how fired up I get? When people make excuses, when people just assume that they deserve a chance. You don't deserve a chance if you don't work for it, if you don't put yourself out there. And it makes me so angry, because making excuses does not automatically mean that you're going to be the best writer in the world, does it? No. You got to put yourself out there. You got to make sure that not only is your grammar and your punctuation perfect, but you got to make sure that you're actually worth reading. Make sure you're worth reading. I should have been the most valuable writer ever. I should have been the writer that everybody paid attention to. But instead, I'm relegated to this tiny little author. This tiny little author. Oh, what the heck, man. I had dreams when I was 11 years old that I was going to be somebody. I was going to be fantastic. I personally feel like I'm at the end of the rope. What the heck am I going to do? I just don't know. You know, I'm trying to actually be somebody, and many of you out there are probably dealing with this. You feel like you are meant to be this great author, selling millions of copies. Everybody knows you. Everybody. And yet, you're either rejected, which is normal and healthy, or you're relegated to selling advertising on a blog, which, hey, if you do that, That's fantastic. It doesn't work for everybody, though. Some writers have to take that route because it's lucrative. But the thing that you have to understand is, especially if you're new to the industry and you don't have any contacts, which are essential, you're going to be relegated to, selling yourself, essentially, because you're writing and you, the author, are the product that people are paying for, or if you're publishing for free, like I have been, and I'm not docking that at all. Getting published for free has been great. It's given me exposure. It's given me a chance to prove myself to the masses. But the thing that you have to understand is that if you are getting published for free, take that as a stepping stone, okay? I'm just going to tell you, take it as a stepping stone. Because oftentimes we take for granted those small opportunities, and we don't allow ourselves to be happy with what we have. Because, guys, we're in an industry where if we don't write something that people want to read, we're not going to find an audience. And that's just the way that it is.